The woman sat alone at the airport cafe tilde copyright, staring blankly at the steam rising from her untouched cup of coffee. Her name was Emma, and though she tried to appear calm, her trembling hands betrayed her heart. People passed by, rushing for flights, hugging loved ones, wiping tears. But Emma just sat there, broken bar, waiting. She had been waiting for 4 hours already, and deep down, she feared the truth, that no one was coming. Across the terminal, a little boy named Noah, about 7 years old, tugged on his father's sleeve. His dad, Jack, a single father and aircraft technician, was trying to fix a small suitcase wheel for an elderly passenger when Noah pointed at Emma. "Daddy, broken bar, why is that lady crying?" he asked softly. Jack glanced up. Even from afar, he could see the loneliness in her eyes, the kind he once knew all too well. After losing his wife 3 years ago, airports had always reminded him of last goodbyes. He tried to distract his son, but Noah didn't move. "She's waiting, Daddy. Maybe someone forgot her," the boy whispered. Jack sighed. "Come on, buddy, we shouldn't bother strangers." But Noah didn't listen. He fished out a crumpled piece of paper from his backpack and grabbed a blue crayon. He wrote something quickly, folded it neatly, and before Jack could stop him, he marched toward Emma's table. Emma blinked in surprise when the boy stopped in front of her. He placed the folded note beside her coffee cup and said shyly, "My mom says when people look sad, they need words more than gifts. I don't have a mom anymore, you broken bar," but I think she'd say the same thing. Before Emma could respond, Noah ran back to his dad, who gave an apologetic smile from a distance. She slowly unfolded the note. Inside, in wobbly, childish handwriting, it said, "Greater than don't cry, miss. Maybe the person you're waiting for is waiting for you somewhere else. Go find them." Noah smiled. Her breath hitched. Something inside her cracked open. She looked up, and tears finally fell, not from sadness, but from something deeper, a broken bar relief. Jack approached, clearly embarrassed. "I'm really sorry. He means well. My son just has this thing about helping people." Emma smiled through her tears. "Don't apologize. That was a broken bar, exactly what I needed." Jack sat down across from her. "Rough day," she laughed weakly. "You could say that. I was supposed to meet my fiancé tilde copyright here. He promised he'd finally come home, but his plane landed hours ago, and there's no message, no call, nothing." Jack hesitated. "Maybe he had an emergency?" Emma shook her head. "No. He had choices, and I think a broken bar he made his." Silence hung between them, broken only by the buzz of travelers and the faint hum of the cafe tilde copyright speakers. Then Noah, ever curious, asked, "So, are you going to wait forever?" Emma smiled faintly at the boy's innocence. "No, sweetie, I think I'm done waiting." Jack felt something stir in his chest, the kind of quiet courage that comes when someone finally lets go of pain. "You know," he said gently, "I used to wait, too, for someone who was never coming back. I thought that if I just waited long enough, maybe life would fix itself. But it isn't. Sometimes, it just gives you new reasons to start over." Emma looked at him, really looked at him, and for the first time that day, she saw warmth, safety, and understanding. "Do you work here?" she asked, noticing his airport badge. "Yeah," he said, "maintenance crew. Not glamorous, but honest work. Noah spends most of his afternoons watching planes with me. Says he'll be pilot one day." Noah puffed up proudly. "I'm gonna fly big planes and take my dad everywhere he wants to go." They all laughed, a soft, genuine laughter that echoed through the lonely corners of Emma's heart. Minutes turned into hours. Jack and Emma talked about everything, life, loss, hope, and the strange ways fate brings people together. When Emma's next flight was announced, she hesitated. "Where are you headed?" Jack asked. "I don't know," she admitted. "I bought a ticket just to escape, but now a broken bar, maybe I'll stay." Jack smiled. "Sometimes, staying is braver than leaving." Before she could reply, Noah tugged on her sleeve again and handed her another folded note. This time, she smiled before opening it. "Greater than if you don't have anyone to wait for. You can wait with us." Her eyes filled again, not with sorrow, but gratitude. She looked at Jack, who shrugged shyly. "He means it. We're a bit of a mess, but we've got good coffee and terrible jokes." Emma laughed through her tears. "That sounds perfect." In that moment, The airport cafe tilde copyright A. Once a place of heartbreak, A became the starting point of something new. Emma didn't know what the future held, but for the first time in a long while, she wasn't afraid to find out. Days turned into weeks. Emma visited often, A, sometimes bringing cookies for Noah, sometimes coffee for Jack. Slowly, laughter replaced silence, and friendship grew into something deeper. One evening, as they watched planes take off together, Noah said, "Daddy, I think we found her." Jack frowned playfully. "Found who?" "Our person." Noah grinned. "The one we were waiting for." Emma felt her heart swell. She knelt beside Noah and said softly, "And I think I found mine too." Months later, that same cafe tilde copyright witnessed another reunion, a not of heartbreak, but of hope. Jack and Emma sat at their favorite corner, with Noah doodling airplanes on napkins, and for once, no one was waiting anymore. They had already found what they were looking for, each other. And as the camera pans out, Emma's voice echoes softly at the final message for viewers. "Sometimes, what you think you've lost forever, a broken bar is just waiting to meet you in another form." If you've ever waited alone, don't lose faith. A life has a way of surprising you when you least expect it. So keep believing, keep hoping, and keep loving.